My name is Christian Mehta, and I'm a member of the Carnegie Council. I love the Council because of the opportunity it provides me to be exposed to thinkers and leaders from around the world and to broaden my perspective. But we need your help. To ensure the future of programs such as these, please support the Council's fund drive. Visit carnegiecouncil.org and click Donate/Join. Thank you.
Recently, as you're probably aware, there's been a revival of the notion that was very popular, that was indeed the consensus when, at the time of the Great Depression, a revival of the notion that the crisis we're in proves that we don't have any answers, that we're better off leaving things to nature, and that nothing, that no intervention can really work. And in particular, and that revival is associated with Friedrich Hayek, who, at the beginning of the Great Depression, came to England, and was the advocate of non-intervention, the advocate of the notion that recessions are not monetary disturbances that lead to a collapse in effective demand that can be cured, but rather are the product of excesses in the previous boom. The bigger the boom, the bigger the bust. And like a hangover, the best thing is to leave things be until there's a natural recovery. In September of 1930, Keynes urged a large, long-lasting, worldwide cut in interest rates. Keynes is now portrayed as a fiscalist. In other words, someone who took the position that monetary policy can't work. We need direct government spending or tax cuts. But in fact, from World War I until the middle of the Great Depression, Keynes and his American counterpart, Irving Fisher, were advocates of monetary expansion, which at that time meant getting off gold. So you can think what that implies in the current situation in Europe. So this is Keynes. Hayek took exactly the opposite position. The creation of artificial demand would only lead to inflation and another setback. Okay, does this sound familiar? What is less familiar is that there was a contemporaneous experiment, that is, all countries in the early 30s eventually succumbed to the devil, i.e. they all let their currencies float, they all went off gold, but they didn't go off gold all at the same time. And that is how we get our natural experiment. And the results were unambiguous and overwhelming. The United States, which stuck to gold, that is, which maintained a restrictive monetary policy the longest, that is until FDR took office in 1933, had the deepest and longest depression. That is, industrial production in the United States fell in half over 4 years. On the other hand, those countries that went off gold in 1930 never experienced a Great Depression at all. Japan, Sweden, those liberal Swedes, they had nasty recessions, okay? And the minute countries went off gold, they had strong rebounds. Britain, which kind of took a middling position, which followed the advice of people like Hayek, and balanced its budget, stuck to gold, but was forced off in 1931, had a slump that was 1/3 of the depth of the United States. Okay, so that, I think, is a pretty clear indication that the notion that there's nothing you can do, that monetary expansion doesn't work, I think that is pretty clearly wrong.